Hello, and welcome back. I, you know, I know my last episode was a couple days ago. I take these very, very serious, and I don't force anything. I let it come to me until I have something, or shall I say, until I feel like I get that nudge to say something that's going to help someone or something important. I continue to keep studying and getting better on my end. And there's no rush to this. This is a process. There's no ending to this. The ending to this is death. There is no, I'm going to do this for a certain amount of time and then stop. You become this. And what do you mean by this, Robert? You become that best version of yourself. Because that person does exist. Forget all the things that's holding you back. Forget the things that you can't control that's holding you back. Forget the things that you can control that's holding you back. Just for a second. Just realize it's possible. Don't know how, and it doesn't matter. You don't know how you're going to get there. You don't know what you need. It doesn't matter. Just for a second. Let's just feel what it feels like to believe it's possible. Because it is possible, Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Right now, it's possible. And why do I say not yesterday or tomorrow? Because I can only speak for what I'm in, what I'm a part of, and I'm a part of right now. So whenever you're listening to this, that is your right now. I understand you're afraid. You're skeptical. You see so many. Wait a minute. If you started out with you see so many, I can already tell you right now, what you see on the outside of yourself should not affect the inside of you. Because you are so much more powerful than that. You see something on the outside and you just, oh, I can't do that. What gave you that impression that you couldn't? Have you tried? Let's say you did try. Did you fail? Did it hurt? I'm sure it did. Of course it did. Especially if you really wanted to succeed in it. Those hurt even more. Because you really actually cared about it. But let me ask you something. Was there something you learned when you failed? Other than, I don't want to do this anymore. Did you learn, perhaps, how to do it better next time? Did you learn, perhaps, what not to do? Maybe you learned a few things of what to do. Maybe some things you did right. All I'm trying to say is listening to yourself is key. Don't doubt yourself. Because if you believe in what you're saying, if you believe in what you've been doing, the only thing that inside of you, the only thing your essence, the only thing that your soul, the real you, the only thing that you are going to do is create more of what you're showing yourself you want. And what I mean by that is, a couple of months ago I changed a lot. But more importantly, here we are a few months later and I'm still, that change is still a part of me. It's no longer a change anymore. Because I decided to become that which I intended to change to. Instead of saying, hey, Robert, let's not drink any more soda. I literally stopped saying it. I just stopped buying soda. I stopped putting soda up to my mouth. I stopped tasting it. I stopped thinking about it. I stopped ordering things that reminded me I needed a soda with this. And I just started adding water to my meals. When I got thirsty, I sipped water. If I ain't want water, I wait till I'm thirsty. Sip some water. When you change, the whole point of you changing is to create something better than what's already there. So if you was to, let's say, change your speech, I'm not going to use this kind of language anymore. Or if you want to look at it a different way, I'm going to pick up another way of talking. I'm gonna learn a new language. The more I live, the more I wake up and breathe, and I'm given this gift of life and the choice to create, the more I realize we are here to provide a level of creation at this time. And then the next wave of us will have something to build off of moving forward. Something good. You know, I still have those thoughts that we all have. I still have those things that happen that always happens. I still feel a certain kind of way at times. But you know what's changed? Things don't just stop happening to you when you change. You don't just stop making bad choices when you change. What happens is you become more aware. You become way more aware. You almost become, it's almost like you're, in that moment, you're not you. You're watching someone that looks like you, and you want to correct them. You want to help them. So you immediately become aware of what's going on, and let me bring it back. Because yes, things still upset me. Yes, things still challenge me. But what I'm learning is the more I find a positive outlet or reasoning behind what I'm dealing with, the better I endure what's going on, and the more likely something good comes from that challenge. Easy is a term used when we want something that we don't have to try to get, that we don't have to try to keep, that we don't have to try to not ever feel like you're gonna lose it. And what life does, life creates a way for you to just as quickly gain something, lose it. Just as quickly lose something, gain it. So you can't say, oh, I'm always losing. You can't say, oh, I'm always gaining. It's up to you which one you receive more of. But I can tell you, life is about balance. There will always be a little bit of both. Now, you can entertain whichever one you decide to. We're so powerful, what we choose to focus on, we actually create more of. So if you decide that there's something in front of you or something going on where it has you so angry, so upset, you can feel the heat coming off of you. Do you not realize all you're doing is channeling more energy to create the same exact situations to happen to you? It may not be exactly the same, but it's going to cause the same reaction out of you. So what I started doing is when I feel that pull, that something is irritating me, or I just don't like what's going on, I tell myself, okay, so you know, we don't like what's going on right now. What are our options? I speak to myself and I lay it out all in front of me. I don't just react anymore. I don't just assume. I take a minute and I apply the skill that was given to all of us. The skill of intuition, the skill of discernment. I take a minute and I process. We have the most powerful, most amazing, most astronomical computer that will ever exist, and it's within us, and we have complete control of it. So let's start using it. Let's start taking more of, let's start taking more advice from it. Because it only learns what it's taught. It only gets better at what you put in it. So if you're constantly reading things that influence and encourage you, watching things that make you feel good and motivate you, listening to things that inspire you and make you feel all good inside, you're going to feel that energy, and feeling that energy creates more of that energy. If you're always complaining, if it's always somebody doing something to you, if everything outside of you is bothering you and keeping you down. I'm going to be honest with you. The only thing that's going to pull you out of that is if you decide none of this can affect you. You are in control of your life. We are all living our own individual lives together all at once. You can decide at any point in time to take it. Take it, grab it, feel it. This is yours. You're in control. Those are your hands. Those are your eyes looking at what you're looking at right now. It's your knowledge. It's your vision. All of this is yours. Take control of it. You have the key. You have the remote. You have the battery. It can't be controlled by no one else unless you allow them to control it. And then they control you. And then instead of living your life, you're helping somebody build theirs. It's okay to help someone build their life when you're already building yours. Help self first to act. You have to help yourself to help anybody else. The better you help yourself, the better help you can be for someone else. Who cares what anybody thinks? Everybody always will always have an opinion. Even when I don't want to have an opinion about something. You know what's crazy? I'll look at something and there's already an opinion floating in my head. I didn't put it there. You have to decide what to use your attention on and what not to. You will always have choices. There will always be choices. You ain't got to say good and bad, but there will always be choices. You will always have options. You still get to choose which one, but options will always be presented to you from the world, from life, from this, from that, from him, from her, from these people, from that people, from this thing, from that thing. You still get to choose where you put that attention. But trust, best and believe everything wants your attention. That's how important you are. Nothing is nothing without your attention on it. Your attention is what gives it. It is what makes it. A flower isn't a flower until we look at it and it becomes a flower. We see it's a flower. Have you ever thought about what's behind you? Not what's behind you when you're walking, but think about it. You're looking in front of you. You can't see what's back there. For all you know, nothing's back there. As you move, you're creating. And then as you move through it, whatever is behind you is no longer there. You're literally creating as you're moving. As you're living, you're creating. What you're seeing, what you're doing, you instantly create. So back there might not be back there till you turn around looking for back there. Seeking you shall find. That's with anything. You want something? Keep looking for it. I ain't gonna say good or bad. If you want something that's gonna help you, keep looking for it. If you want something that might not bring too much help in your life, keep looking for it. You will receive what you look for. You are always creating 24/7. It's the one thing that never gets cut off. Your heart don't stop till you die, and you don't stop creating till you die. You probably don't stop creating then because you are creation. Watch your state of mind. You control that. Yeah, the show was cool that you watched. Oh, that was a cool show. Don't let that show become your life. Realize it's a TV show. You still get to choose. You are still in control of this person here. One thought destroys another thought. It's up to you which thought becomes the stronger one. Are your negative thoughts controlling your positive ones? Negative feeds off negative. Fear feeds off fear. Bad people feed off bad people. Negative energy feeds off negative energy. I mean, it can't get no simpler than that. Bad things feed off bad things. Evil feeds off evil. Negativity feeds off negativity. Pick and decide. It's one thing I have to work on. I hesitate. I procrastinate. But I'm working to get better at it. I'm aware that I'm doing it. I'm aware that I'm in it. I'm aware when it's happening. And I do my best to filter my options. You always have a choice. Even if a choice is made for you, you allow that choice to be made for you. Don't get too comfortable. Mediocrity is scary. So is the unknown. The unknown is terrifying. Not knowing what's going to happen, where you're going to land. But always knowing where you're going to be. Always knowing what's going to happen to you. What you're receiving. And not growing. Not seeing what's better than that. Not even thinking there's something better than that. We know better. There's always something better. There's always a better version. You must have forgot who created you. A perfect entity, perfect being. What do you think a perfect being creates? It ain't anything made of paper. We already have enough people in the world who don't care. We already have enough people in the world who don't believe. Choose to be a believer. Choose to be somebody who cares. Even for people who don't deserve it. Do you not realize that some of us, let me rephrase this. Do you not realize that we are all capable of changing the world? All of us. Individually and together. We just have to believe we can do it. You know, I'm almost 32. Why didn't I start doing this in 1920? See, you have to be ready. You have to be ready and willing to walk into your blessing. And sometimes your blessing might not look like a blessing to you. The whole time it's been a blessing waiting for you to receive it. You sitting there crying. Trying not to feel jealous or feel some type of way about people around you doing better than you. When the whole time you could have been doing better for yourself if you just believe. Give yourself a chance. There ain't nothing trying to hurt you. You're trying to help you. You must have forgot who created you. One thing I told my friend, either it was done by or it was known by. You have to take power in that. Either it was done by or it was allowed by. That's better. Either it was done by or allowed by. The one and only. Even evil has to knock on his door and ask for permission to remain, to be here. I don't want to make this one too long. This one's a little bit longer than the last episode. I thank you all for listening. We will always, always, always have positive energy here. This is an open space. If you're ever wanting to talk or anything, communicate, please reach out. I'm a person just like you are. We're from the same. We're made from the same. There's no reason why we can't help each other and live this life, make the best of it, try to add something great to it, even if it's another amazing person with a great smile, great energy, and just love for people. No one's asking you to sell everything and donate everything you have. Just be a little, you see somebody on the street or in the shop or one day, just wave. Say hey. You see somebody who needs help, help them. You see somebody who's struggling and you can help them, assist them. Don't think about anything else other than they need help, let me help. Thinking about this and that and those and these is how you halter your blessings. Let's move forward. knowing we can do better by being better ourselves. Let's not care so much what other people think about us. Let's not care so much what other people are doing. Let's first do what we know we should do. Let's not worry about what anyone else is doing. I love you, family. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. I will see you all in the next episode. Until then, y'all take care. Peace.